Hello, once again, I'm BR Schultz, SP 500. We have a crypto forecast for you today. Basically, I've taken monthly data and put it into my Einstein peak model, the one that you know and love for calling the peak so accurately and the daily bottom so accurately. I thought it'd be pretty interesting to throw the monthly data of DOGE USD in the model and see what it says. And then some of you know that I've been working on kind of a pricing termination model as well, and DOGE USD, I predict that it'll hit $2.60, and it could be, I guess, at Christmas of 2027 when it hits the $2.60 mark. No, but that would be my final full extension. So I guess if we hit it earlier than that, then I'd have to create a new one, right? I'd have to create a new extension off that. Look for the pattern that the model needs to calculate a new extension. But right now, my target right now for DOGE USD by end of 2027, early 2028 would be $2.60 for a macro target. It's currently trading at 24.25 cents right now. Thank you for joining me. Let's jump to the models. So I took the peak model that I really feel like it's amazing now that the Einstein model, now that I've kind of changed the range of the graphs itself, it really seems to somehow do a really good job at predicting peaks and bottoms far into the future, right? Quite astounding. And so I thought, what if I just take the monthly data, pour it into the model for DOGE USD, see what it says. So it came out with some pretty interesting projections. It said that DOGE USD would peak at the end of 2021. It said that the DOGE USD would peak at the end of 2024, and it said it projects that DOGE USD will peak at the end of 2027. Now those are all 3 year apart, right? It's a three year type pattern. And then, as you know, if you were to project another 3 years beyond that, that's just pretty interesting as well. Is that would be the end of 2030. 2020, or the end of 2030 would hit the three year sequence as well. So I find that pretty interesting. And then if I look at the monthly candles as well and use my what's it called? It's not patented, obviously. It's my proprietary pricing target calculation. There's a pattern that I'm able to use. And it projects that the price could reach up to $2.60 for DOGE USD by the end of 2027. So again, I thought this was pretty astounding that the Einstein model is now that I've kind of stumbled upon its true strength, I guess you might call it, was able to project these 3 major peaks, right? And it's saying that the next peak in DOGE USD will be at the end of 2027, so Christmas 2027. So hopefully you find this very interesting as we have a next 10-year journey through the end of 2034. But hopefully, I was like, maybe some people could really benefit from this. I'm not a financial professional. I don't receive any money from DOGE or any other crypto exchange or anything of that matter, any affiliates. I don't get paid in any way to create these videos. So I do own DOGE USD. And I imagine this would be true of all crypto, right? But specifically, DOGE USD really does well in the model, obviously, so that's where I showcase the model. And I believe that DOGE USD could hit a super hyper pitch peak at the end of 2027. Then 3 years later would again be 2030, which is the projected final peak for markets, right? So this would make sense, right? This could be the peak in the S&P. The first peak in the S&P could be early 2028, and then the last peak could be late 2030, and then we could have the Great Depression window, right? So anyways, I found this pretty interesting. Hopefully some of you do as well, but I just find this to be rather shocking and amazing. I think the upper limit on this graph is like 250 for peaks, and then the bottom is negative 100, so it's a span of 300 and there's my 340, right? My favorite number is 340, 43. So there's a 7 there. So anyways, this is the monthly data for the DOGE USD. I am not licensed in any way, shape, or form. This is forecast use only. Please consult with a advising professional prior to making any investment decisions. Disclaimer, disclaimer, disclaimer. Caveat emptor. So anyways, I found this pretty compelling, honestly. What a beautiful use of the model, honestly, and its ability to call major peaks. So hopefully this really pans out well. All right, have a good one. Take care. I'm BR Schultz, SP500. If you want to donate, you can go to my GoFundMe. I'm running that for 10 years. And obviously at the end of 2027, if you want to donate, if DOGE, USD, or your crypto does extremely well and you cash out and make millions and millions and millions of dollars, then please feel free to donate as generously as you feel. Thank you so much. I'm BR Schultz, SP500. Till next time, take care. Again, this is just a snippet of the GoFundMe page. I didn't want you to forget that, so thank you. And please bookmark it, whatever, and watch it over the next decade or into late 2034. Thank you so much.